This. I should be having you here. Hi guys, welcome back. You got me. We're getting everybody in. We're in the game. I'm getting Heather in as well. We made it. We made it. We made it. All right. Hang on, Heather. You're still not there. Which one are you? Oh, yeah, this one. Yeah. I'm not sure.
Am I out of prison yet?
Yeah, you're back. You're back. You're good.
I'm out of prison. I'm out of prison.
Yeah,
Okay,
you're out of prison. All right.
Go.
Temple, you still there as well?
I am here.
Yes, we got all the team back. Right, we got the team back together, guys. It is game 2, match 2 from Feudal Division. It is KEBABs versus KEBABs right now. I'm going to change that to KEBABs versus SerfSlayer because that's what it is. KEBABs, very strong performance in the first game, guys. We've been talking about it a little bit on the backside. And here we are again. All right, I'm going to turn on the camera.
You've got sound, by the way.
There we go. Yeah. All right, we're good. What we got here, guys, it is SerfSlayers defending again. KEBABs on the attack in the red, and they're rushing the A gauges as well. SerfSlayer seems to be on the B side quite heavily, actually.
Yeah, so I think they was expecting some kind of split. But wow, look at all these heroes go
this
through.
Is the fourth, guys. They're ready for this.
This is for those big units. They're going straight for the.
Oh my god, they're just hunting. Yeah, they're just hunting. Look at the village watchmen. They're just hunting now.
They're bringing in these bad units as well, so there are only a few units just to kind of delay as much as they can.
Yeah, this is something we saw in the scrims against them. Yeah. So they go for those key units.
Drop that there on the supply.
This is going for that Falco spot. Look at where they go for on that harbour. So you got Edge area there.
Good pick up there. They already got 2 bets.
They bring in some bad units like some trash front line just to waste your time and to distract your chevaliers so they can get through.
That was definitely something we haven't seen before, and it's straight onto the supply. So it's something we actually saw last season with you guys, but you did it from the B side.
I'm going to rush back to the A point because they will be refilling quickly. And look at this, though. Actually, SerfSlayer
haven't taken the bait.
Yeah, they haven't taken the bait, really. And rather than that, they've pushed out. They've killed some units there on the supply. So they've gone to KEBABs, but KEBABs tried to do to SerfSlayer just as well.
Absolutely, but that was a quick gate push. I can see exactly what they did there, and in fairness, I can't see any units lost at all for Serfs. Just maybe something that was kind of half expecting, or
they lost Shenji. Roxor lost Shenji. That's what.
Oh wow! Yeah, okay, so that's a huge kind of bonus, especially for a game round, because that would have been prioritized as a first pick on that shield wall that you see just next to Circus, right?
Yep.
So now we've got to see what they're going to kind of do on this attack. So you've got Surfslayers, they've got a really nice setup, but they really stay bulked up. So you've got that really heavy kind of A defense, but then they've got a lot of heroes on this wall, some climbing for KEBABs, and they haven't touched the breach as well. I think we should touch on that.
Absolutely. Yeah, and if we take a look at the units, guys, what do we see here? Also the Alchemists, actually. Once again, the Alchemists. So we've been seeing Alchemists in every game so far. Very interesting.
I'm pretty sure that was, if I remember correctly from the loading screen, that Shenji of Roxor was the only Shenji SerfSlayers had this game. So with that gone, that's pretty huge.
That is correct.
The Falcons aren't aiming quite as good as they probably could. It's them to get better shots there. We got to run there.
I think this is actually that bottom line Falcos that I was talking about. I don't know whether that was kind of run by KEBABs, which is the top line. A lot more accuracy, so you would have killed a lot more clumped units, which is really valuable on that harbour spot.
SerfSlayer pushing very aggressively. KEBABs trying to rotate to the wall, but SerfSlayer pushing in very aggressively with the cover from the Falcos there. KEBABs, they have to go back down, but I don't know if they really can they?
No, so you've got this big Shenji bombs right there on all of those Surf units. So I actually want to commend for KEBABs for this, as they got up there. They lost a few of the key units that was following through, but they've really got that priority on that top.
Their Falcons are now in place, but look at Aka. He's aiming for those nice pickup from Amumu with the deal right there.
Yeah, no chance to those Falcons right there.
Yeah.
But this is something that Surfs actually did to us when we tried to push Zoo last season. So they do this 4 or 5 man into you, just whittle those units down, which is really, really important because they've got a supply advantage. And again, no KEBABs yet delaying on that back supply.
Just look how hard they're trying to maintain that position. It's insane. Like, this position is very clearly the win condition right now for KEBABs. They want that position. They got it now. Infantry is coming back up. SerfSlayer, look at this: 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 heroes coming back from the supply.
Oh, it's us.
Yeah, big resort charge there. More Cav
And these
going around.
hero kills.
Look at Tinjev. He's coming in from the back.
Yeah, this is going to get stopped by the heroes there. See, it doesn't get too far, and this is a KEBABs a win. There's not much of a chance of them getting pushed off of this bridge. They've got a really nice setup in front of that bridge, just as a hero block and just a great wall. It's actually sacrificing a lot of heroes just to kind of cap that A, right? And then you've got the trebs onto that bridge to stop them from getting through the back.
Well, I can tell you they haven't given up. Jackie Trin is back on the point. I am Sean also. Flare Star is also lurking around. Arca is coming. Jarafni is coming. SerfSlayer hasn't given up yet. The unit kills in total are still pretty close.
Dangerous position to be in, though. If they're suiciding on this point, it's going to be difficult for them to maintain. It's going to see how quickly KEBABs can clear them off.
Yeah, absolutely. And Yomi guys also in the supply, so you can see 2 heroes not being able to get new units there. No trap flying in.
If you could just press tab so we can just see kind of what the units first have got. It's relatively even, actually, thinking about it. 2 units there for Marv that's lost, and then most of the 2 units was gone for SerfSlayers as well. But they've got this really nice. Yeah. So now it's now it's on SerfSlayers to see how they want to hold. Do they want to do that really forward ballsy defense?
Yeah, I mean, the C defense is doable. It depends on what KEBABs have left. They've got a lot of cav left, then you can do a C defense. We did it against them in scrims. Worked quite well. You actually hold on C itself. If they've got a lot of cav, they can't come down to the point. So it's going to be interesting to see how they take this.
With 10 trebs as well. That is probably one of the only accurate things on the top. Maybe with a few of the hero kills.
It's going to be hard to hold C or line point with 10 trebs, let's be honest.
Yeah, well, they've got home point.
SerfSlayer are definitely setting up on the final cap right now. Interestingly, if they're taking this position behind the small hill there, KEBABs taking their time. They get plenty of time now. It's still capping B, still capping C. They will have about 7 minutes to get everything there. So really good showing from KEBABs here on this very first match in the Feudal division against SerfSlayer. Like we said before, one of the biggest matches for both of these teams. Try to challenge Plebs and Temple Shot, who is with us now on the stream. This is going to be very exciting to see if SerfSlayer will be able to stay in a fight with KEBABs for 8.5 minutes.
Absolutely. I mean, historically, this is one of SerfSlayer's worst maps, and they do not like playing this. You can see that in previous Quarto tournaments and their map choices. And then also, obviously, the season 1, they didn't win on this map either. So, I don't think it was a comfortable map. It's a hard team to play against with KEBABs because of how versatile their players are. But we've got this range set up with the Javs on top of Big Hill, which most of the teams like to call it, whittling down KEBABs on that supply. But we have got the Falco cover, pushing them away from those safe havens just behind that hill where you can't get trapped.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm
just going to try and find the Falcos here. Rockstar is on the Falcos, I believe, for SerfSlayer.
They'll be sat somewhere on home point, long-range Falcos somewhere, more likely. Unless he goes
a couple of good
spots. Hang on. We got a fight going here.
But that's a bad trap. That doesn't really hit anything too much. You can get 1 or 2 kind of over, but it does fire over. You need to really, really get lucky with that. Anything on this is one of the safer places to put your units away from trebs because of how kind of random they are on Fjord. But still no push from KEBABs yet. Actually, they really are taking the time. They're whittling them down, taking some HP from them. So if I don't see any healers actually from SerfSlayer, so this is actually an effective strategy.
Yeah, we can finally see the Falcos. They're behind the big building there. But here they go. KEBABs pushing in, and they're gonna have to brute force this one. They're trying to get control of the hill. Claymore's there, going up.
See, this is this big push, big 15-man push. They're going now. They've taken the hill. They've got 2 or 3 heroes from SerfSlayer actually trying to push into that, but that's not really going to work. And that's going to push through all that big wall. But SerfSlayer's getting their own trades back. It looks even on those unit kills, but for me, that's looking like a big ball of brown or red or whatever team that color is, pushing forward. And just when you're wanting to defend a line like this, you want those heroes further ways possible, not just kind of on that front line. You want the units there instead. But these Falcos from Mass Flames actually doing a hell of a lot of work coming from that home point. A little bit inaccurate, but they are getting the units that they need to get. So this actually is SerfSlayer's win from the looks of it. Absolutely.
Yep, absolutely. And it looks like those Falcons will be dropped as well. They won't be able to retreat quick enough. And Kebabs have to full retreat now. They're going to have to get new units set up quickly. Same for SerfSlayer though, and the unit counts are getting really low. These teams are not playing on time. They're playing to win this right here, right now.
Absolutely. I mean, Kebabs have seen something that we can't see, which is that they have got a lot of less units than they have. But that's a big push to home point. They need to block off these two sides. But you've got Ark, you've got Tinjev and Derevny coming from that short side, and Derevny trying to get that block on the home point. But wow, Kebabs are just forcing their way up through. But they have got this charge coming down, and it was stopped by the heroes. Dual Blade's kind of sitting around on the side. You don't really want to see that. You want to see them in the back line. These heroes on these muskets, socialist hippie, and players like that. But still no problem. Still a problem on here. SerfSlayers are trying to get the advantage here, but there's too many Kebabs on the point. They are getting those cap points that you want to get. End hero trade.
Absolutely. The units from SerfSlayer just can get on the point right now, and Kebabs is just holding them off far away from the point. There's one more coming in, but that probably won't be enough in this point in time. Another good resort charge there.
We're talking about these trebs. Trebs like this are just a really good zoning material. You want to use it when you're pushing on home to stop them coming from an particular side, and especially from those big maze stairs, because all of those trebs can hit. But that was an impressive.
That was it. Yeah, GG to Kebabs, winning it 2-0 over SerfSlayer. Not the result most people probably would have expected, but damn, they showed up very strong in this one.
Yeah, it was a really, really strong showing from them. Like that in push on A, I don't think they killed as much as they were hoping for, but taking out those Shenjis, that was the only Shenji that they had for SerfSlayers. Like that was a huge pick off there.
Yeah, it stops them from doing that shield push. Even though you can kind of counter that with trebs, but the Shenjis are really, really big there. They can stop those units getting into zoo. Maybe pick off a few of those retinue units from some Chevaliers if they was coming through. But I did like how SerfSlayers attacked them. They didn't give them the space easily. You can see a lot of units dead.
They were playing very aggressive. Even on the hold on base point, they would not want to give many ground. They were trying to take the fight to Kebabs.
Absolutely, and they actually won 2 trades. So they won the first trade. It was a very elongated fight, and then the second trade on a home point, which was the big one. They actually won that one. So obviously they saw something with the units after that, and they just did a big home push after that. They came in. But look at the some scoreboards. Wow.
Yeah, Sexy Kebab with 7 hero kills. He's going to aim for only Glaive actually. It's a weapon he's been playing I think forever.
Yes.
He's one of the only ones that's probably allowed to play it at this point in time, but he's doing really well. Just quickly going over their scores here. But, that was really good. And also a really good share in the unit kills. I feel sometimes you see one guy popping up, but all of these guys are getting the kills in there.
Absolutely.
Actually, and you can see it from the last point push as well. Like I was saying before, they play as a one man army. Basically, they're all just pushing in together as one giant blob. You don't see them splitting off and going offside. They just brute force that front side. They play so well together and so coordinated as a team. That's how they win these fights.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you actually look at Rockstar, depending on whether the overview is correct, but Rockstar lost a Shenji at the start of the game, and he still managed to get 96 unit kills. That's actually insane with just the Falcon Heavy.
Absolutely,
that he did do a lot of work on those.
Yeah, that could have been the difference maker.
I mean, it's how they won that first fight on that last point up on that top right hand side as Kebabs pushing up, because those Falcons were shooting into it directly the entire time. He farmed so many kills there. It's how they held that first push. Obviously, Kebabs regrouped very quickly. They did the smart thing. They didn't push in with their heroes and suicide. They got back out, used the resupplies to their advantage.